Hello, I am Cool Kitty 2597, and we are in another year, 2026, and it is February. And I'm going to start you off with some poems. I haven't done any lately, and I'm going to read some. These are ones I composed, and there's two of them. There's called A Dream, A Dreamtime in Fantasy, 1 and 2. This first one is Fantasy 1, A Dreamtime in Fantasy. And these are poems meant to relax, to when you're tired, and it's like meditation is what it's like. I have a technique of meditation, and I've done this over the years, and it's very useful to people. This what you can do is before I read the poems, I'm going to explain this because this is something that can help people, and a lot of people don't even realize it works, but it's really, really, really useful. Before you go to bed, you think about something, and it can be anything. It can be you think about a beautiful sunset, a puppy that you saw that you thought was so cute, or it can be anything. It's amazing what it can be. It can be an object, it can be a person you love, it can be all kinds of things. You just fixate on something, it's what you do. Or fixate or think about something that you find that makes puts you in a happy place, and you think about it. And what you do is you can either write it down, and you write it down, and you don't write it on your computer, you don't write it on the phone, you write it out on a piece of paper. And there's something about the act of writing it down causes you to think about it's like it lodges in the mind, and you write it down at least 5 times. Then you close your eyes, and this is usually before you go to bed. You close your eyes and you say it out loud very gently. You don't have to yell it. You say it out loud 5, 10 times, very slowly, and say it, and kind of see it in your mind, the image in your mind, and you say it, and kind of after a while, and if it doesn't work one night, you do it again, and after a while, it's like a ritual. You kind of do it, and then it's sort of a source that you can use to lull you into a state of relaxation. And I've used it; it works beautifully. And okay, let's say I see the beach in San Francisco, like Estuary Park, or the wharf. You go out to the area where you can see the water. And what you do is you just focus, maybe look at the water, and then you see the sun, the reflection of the sun on the water. Watch the waves, dappled waves, moving, slowly moving, and then you say to yourself, the water, the beach, the water, the San Francisco, and you just say it, and say it again and again, and then you see it in your mind, and it gives you a source, even that 5 minutes, 5 seconds even, of relaxation, peacefulness, calm. Maybe you can be in a room where everything is going on. Everyone is calling your name, hurry, hurry, hurry. But you need that focus moment to give your mind a chance to relax, the peace, the comfort, the to see the tension melt away. And you don't have to sleep, but it helps if you do. But you can just, for that little time, you give yourself the peace and the quiet and the tension relief that all of us need in this crazy, crazy world, because it's not gotten easier. And there's so many things pulling at us every day. And if you can figure out a way to give yourself a piece of calm, to take the tension away, to focus on something else other than what you're doing at that very moment. All the things that are pulling at you and saying, hurry and do this, do that, do that, now. Well, you don't have to do everything now. Sometimes you need to take care of yourself now. Help yourself. You'll feel better, you'll be happier, and you can actually, it's, I don't know what it's called, whether it's biorhythms, but this is something I've used. I have a lot of techniques I've used that have saved myself a lot of problems, and it also keeps me, if I get into a situation, because being a nurse, you get pulled this way and that way, and it has saved me from snapping at people or getting mad or losing my temper. I go on my break, and sometimes I'll have a sip of coffee, and that's what I'll focus on: the taste of the coffee, the way it looks, the flavor, the smell of the coffee drifting to your nose, the nostrils, and you can smell it. Sometimes the smell of the coffee is the best. The taste is good, but the smell of a really fine cup of coffee can just make you feel so good. And you say to yourself, and it's the same thing, you're focusing for that moment on something else. You're giving yourself that peace, that moment. It's like a dream time and fantasy. It gives you a chance to see something else other than the tensions and the responsibilities we all have. So anyway, this is just a hint and a tip for anyone that needs it, that you can help yourself, but you focus on anything like that: coffee, tea, a piece of cheese. It can be all kinds of things. You focus on these things, you'll feel better. But and it gives you that moment that we all kind of need. And so try this, and if it works, let me know. And now, on with the poems. Okay, here we go. A dream time in fantasy. Part 1. Little by little you drift. In the shadows shape shift. Like shimmering dappling waves. The wind's strength scour and engraves a dream time. A dream time in fantasy. And that's the first one. Okay, here's another part of it. Little by little you drift. In the shadows you shift. This is the same one, I'm sorry. Okay, here's the second one, the second part. The first one is short. The second one, dream time in fantasy. Part 2. Little by little you drift, shimmering, dappling waves, in and out of dreams. A dream time in fantasy, a free floating in the mist, voices that speak, yet nothing is heard. Enveloped in warmth, light is shaded in warm tones. Colors that glow with luminous, insatiable spectrums of color. Yet you can be in a world of color that seems black and white. You can lose sight in a world of people. Still, the moon glows. There are stars at night, while you shift and drift away in the dream time in fantasy. Okay, and that's my poetry for today. But as I said, try and use the technique I suggested. It will help you so much. This was some of the first things I learned when I first started working. And because when I first started working as a nurse, it was so hard. And it was so hard to concentrate. And because, I was a CNA, a certified nurse's aide. And so you have many patients, and they need you. And many times they need you all at once. And I had to keep it calm. I had to be relaxed. I had to bring smiles and be friendly and help people and make them feel better. But sometimes you have to feel better to make them feel better. It's one of those axioms. To take care of somebody, sometimes you have to take care of yourself enough to be able to take care of someone else. So the technique I've learned is I'm passing it on to anyone that needs it, and I hope it helps. As I said, just relax, focus on something. It can be coffee, it could be tea, it can be any number of things, a painting that you saw. It can be, often for me, it's coffee when I'm at work during my break time. Because a lot of my friends thought, oh, she's just so into coffee. But the truth is, the coffee is more. Because I would use the coffee as a form of relaxation. I would drink the coffee, smell it, taste it, feel it, and the whole ambience of it is what really helps. But it can be many number of things, or a piece of music that you hear that just is so, and it's just so awe-inspiring or just fun. And all of these things can do something for you. And just try it, and I hope it helps you. So, once again, uh, I'm Cool Kitty 2597. Subscribe if you like what you're hearing. And I try my best now that I'm sorry, I have not uploaded very much content lately. I've been bad. And so I just want you to know I'll keep it up and carry on. And I have more techniques that can help. Uh, some of it's biorhythms. Some of it is, well, I'll explain as I go. Some of it is for sleeping and remembering your dreams and using your dreams. That's something that nobody thinks about. You can use your dreams as a way of helping you. When it's kind of strange. When I was younger, I couldn't do it as far as remembering dreams. And a lot of times I use my dreams for my poems. And I'll remember a dream and then kind of transcribe it from a dream to a poem. And so I can say something with that. The other thing I can do is I use the dreams, pardon me, as a way of, it's hard to describe. I use the dream as a way of working out a problem and finding a solution. Once again, this will be coming up soon, and I will explain it. So, goodbye, and I'll talk with you later, and bye-bye.